Hi, I'm Devin with Ground Force Metal Detecting. And I'm not metal detecting today here in Pennsylvania since it's 20 degrees. So I thought I'd make a video kind of talking about how I find sites where old houses used to be and aren't there anymore. And I like to try to find some that nobody knows about. So one of the things I use um, is a site called historicaerials.com, and I can look at aerial photos from the past, far back in the past, and compare them to what is there today. Now, my example today is a state park. Um, you're going to have to check your own laws to see if you can detect in state parks, but this method works anywhere. Doesn't have to be um, any particular thing. It works no matter where you are. You can look for old aerial photos. I happen to have a permit to detect in the state park that I'm going to show you here in my example. In Pennsylvania, you are allowed to get permits and detect in state parks. So let me show you what it's about. Okay, let's navigate to historicaerials.com. Historic Aerials is a great website for finding metal detecting sites by looking at aerial photos uh, from the past and comparing them to new aerial photos, and also comparing them to Google Maps images, all superimposed. There will be some copyrighted watermarks across the screen. That's because you can purchase the image or a print of your map, but all the material is free to look at. Okay. First thing you're going to want to do is choose your site that you want to look at and put it in the search box. I'm going to use it an example. Okay, this is one that I go to, and I've used this. So what you're looking at is a man-made lake where there used to be back in the 1950s part of a town here that they built this dam and flooded a whole bunch of houses and roads, and some of them are underwater, but some of them are in this green area, which 90% of which is wooded now. The houses are gone, and it's just forest. So what I like to do is I will compare the map to an old aerial photo, and let's look for some structures that are in this wooded area now. The way you do that is as over on the left here. I'm going to click compare, and you can play with the settings here, but I choose this bottom one, transparency. That opens up a column on the right for comparison, and we're going to click aerials, and then go down here to I'm going to choose 1957. And what you're going to see is where this lake is today. In 1957, this was all farmland. It's still actually loading a little bit there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this slider back until I can see where the lake is today, just barely. And then let me zoom in here. And what we want to look for are structures in the 1957 map that are present in the area, around the lake, but not in the lake. So here's an example of some structures here. You see, so there's like an old house and barn here, and then over here there's some structures. Like, for example, this is an old road that it doesn't exist anymore. Like, it's goes right into the lake. Um, right on the edge of the lake here, there's where there used to be a driveway and some structures. I'll zoom in a little more. Okay, you can see where the house and barn or shed, outbuildings used to be. Then down this road, the road winds around here. That's none of this is here today. And here's a whole circle of structures here. Now, what does this? what does this look like today? So let's okay. Here's the 1957 image, slid the whole way over. Now we'll go back, and here's the map. You see the road doesn't exist. This is just woods. Uh, Let me change the map to an aerial photo from 2022, which is the most recent one. Okay, here shows the wooded area. Here's a field down here. Now we're going to compare that 2022 to 1957. Okay, so you can see the road starting to appear here where the lake is now. Bring this over slowly. And right here are the houses that I showed you. And you can see if you stare at this set of houses down here, they're now in a forested area. Okay. So wouldn't it be neat to come and metal detect like this area around where these houses are? The lake of course comes right up to where the houses were, but here's where their driveway was, another outbuilding. This road, there's probably remnants of this road still there. If we could find this point in the woods right here, then it would be a reference point on this road where you got this whole circle of buildings. There's probably a bunch of stuff in the middle here. There's probably stuff out here as far as old coins, relics. Check along this road going around these houses. There's a whole day or more of area here just in this one spot, and I've done this multiple times on this park, other state parks, similar situation where they flooded, residential areas. Um, Now you might say how this is going to be tricky to find this location. Well, over here on the left, you'll see a measure function. You just click that measure, create a new measurement, pick your spot with your little pointer here. I'm going to pick this spot right here, just a reference point. Okay. Over on the left here, it gives me the GPS coordinates of this point. So I can go out there, plug this into my phone on Google Maps, and I can essentially GPS myself right to this point in the woods. And it'll get me real close, and then I can start trying to find out where these foundations are and where this road was, and some pretty cool stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe if you liked my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.